They're the world's greatest cities, famous for their culture and beauty. But there's something else waiting in the shadows. The scammers, the hustlers, the thieves. And they're all looking for tourists to con.
Stay against the wall. Russian roulette? Are you joking me?
I'm Conor Woodman, and in Scam City, I set myself up as bait.
This is like being kidnapped.
A willing victim to be fleeced. I'll catch the scammers in the act.
Do you know where my wallet is?
I don't know.
And reveal the tricks of the trade.
Sorry, I'm not talking about that.
Because why? It's too dangerous?
And I'll expose them face to face.
We are filming you scamming me.
Scam City.
I get scammed, so you don't have to.
The Big Easy, New Orleans, one of America's most fascinating cities. It's a melting pot steeped in history, culture, and music. But I soon discover that if you go looking for it, trouble is easy to find. I'm in a room with a naked lady and a masked man who's got a baseball bat in one hand and a gun in the other.
You still want to play?
That's
you
what
still want the razzle dazzle? Here's your game.
That's a bullet. That's one bullet in a six-shooter.
No one will do this.
How on earth did I end up here?
You want to get the fuck out of New Orleans on the next plane.
I hit town in the middle of Mardi Gras season. 2 weeks of parades, street parties and masked balls as revellers prepare for Lent with a frenzy of excess. This 300-year-old festival pulls in $500 million a year for the city's coffers, but it also attracts a variety of scams. One of the most infamous New Orleans scams is the Razzle Dazzle, or Cajun Bingo. Scammers rip tourists off for thousands of dollars in a rigged board game. Unlicensed gambling is illegal in New Orleans. A crackdown by police closed a lot of the city's Razzle Dazzle operators, many of whom had connections to organised crime. But I've heard they reappear during Mardi Gras. Before we start hunting, the crew and I get kitted out with hidden cameras. This way we should be able to secretly film any scams that happen to me. And it's not long before I spot something that looks intriguing.
How you doing, sir?
I'm right, sir.
Tell me about fast and slow. The one with the ball wins. Watch. Pick the ball, you win. Pick the empty one, I win. Shout to see where's the ball. In the middle.
Now this looks like a variation on the famous three-card Monty scam, in which punters try to guess which of the three cards is the red one. But in this scam, whichever card you pick, you lose.
Hold me down, huh? No pictures. I'm not famous yet.
Don't worry about him.
Oh,
He's with me. He's with me.
See, bet 100. I bet 100.
100? I'm not betting 100.
60, 80, or 100. Watch the ball. Watch it.
Okay, watch the
see
ball.
it. See? Bet 100. Money, which one? Bet. Just point to the ball. Just point to it.
I'll bet you 5.
No, 60 minimum.
60? I got 60.
You gotta pick the ball. Watch.
I'll give you 10 bucks.
10 only wins 10.
10 only wins 10, that's fine.
Ball win, empty lose. Where's the ball? Put the money up.
Put the money up.
Ah, the one with the ball. You gotta watch me. Now, if you don't watch me, you can't catch me. Watch the ball. Here. Yo.
Hey, my friend, don't worry, he's with me. He's with me.
I can't be on film.
Okay.
Go ahead, please go on. Keep
Listen, let me explain.
I know you're doing a movie, but I don't want to be in the movie. Have a nice day. Leave me alone, man. Because back can't feel it with the camera, man.
Listen, man, I don't want to cause a problem for you.
Yeah, you're causing a problem. You're right here filming me.
Okay, we won't do it. We won't do anything unless you're kind of cool with it.
Damn. Just hold me down, man.
He can't see that. Listen, we go all around the world. Okay, we make the same show all over the world, working with kind of people who do sort of tricks on the street and stuff.
I want to play, so you're fucking me up right now. I want to make money, man.
Okay.
Hold me down, man.
Not only was he uptight, but worse, he spotted the cameras. We've got to be more careful. Wow, that guy really didn't want to talk to me, did he? I mean, it gives you a sense about how edgy people are here talking about illegal gambling, and also how difficult it's going to be to get anyone to talk to me about the Razzle. I keep heading towards the French Quarter, one of the city's oldest districts, founded by French settlers in 1718. Today, the quarter is one of the main hotspots for tourists looking to spend their money. New Orleans has a liberal tradition that embraces mysticism and the occult. For some, that might be voodoo. For others, New Age spirituality.
I've spotted on this corner around here a group of ladies who are offering tarot readings. Now, whether you believe in tarot or not, there is an art, a skill to it, and I'm not sure that these women around here are offering, well, what we might call a genuine service.
There are 3 operators working Jackson Square today. I'm going to give them all a shot.
That one immediately felt right.
Mix them up any way you can until you're comfortable with them.
I'm Jeffy, and your name?
Conor.
Conor, yeah. Notice how I said it at the same time. I wouldn't wait for you to say Con. I was channeling. I wasn't reading.
Were you? You kind of already knew what my name was before I even said it.
Right.
Con. His words, not mine.
I do a specific reading. It's up to you in price, anywhere between 30 and 90. You decide how much when it's done. Okay.
Pick a price. Surely no one chooses 90.
In the past, you felt you were in love strongly with someone. You had one true love.
Right.
Does that make sense in a way? 1 or 2?
Yeah, 3 or 4, yeah.
Ah, my love life. I could do with some good news in that department.
This year, I see really absolutely nothing positive of the romantic nature coming your way.
Well, that's disappointing.
You date really strange women. Seems like the weirder, the freakier, the better, am I right?
That might not be how they would put it.
You have a very strong artistic or creative aspect.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Love travel. Travel, you've already had the option to do a great deal of travel.
You said you're a writer. Do you do documentaries and that too?
Sometimes, yeah.
Because it seems to suit you more.
Right, yeah.
You're the person who likes to dig for the truth in everything, don't you?
Yeah.
$20 to be told your love life is going down the pan is one thing, but how on earth did they know I was here making a documentary? They can't have seen that on the cards, can they?
Thank you very much.
All a bit spooky. Time to pay up and get out of here.
Sorry? No. Just him.
Looks like I've upset one of the locals.
This is my tables.
They're your tables?
Yeah, those people
How do you mean?
work for me.
They work for you?
Yeah, I run that. Who got the camera? You got the camera?
This is just a stills camera. Don't take his camera, don't take it. This is just a stills, like, photo camera. But listen, we have a big light camera. We would like to kind of come and hear.
Oh, no.
No?
Oh, no. You don't go around filming what we do. What we do is our business.
Well, I mean, I'm paying them
I don't
to get
care.
tarot
Listen,
readings from them.
I run this. This
Okay.
is my sandbox. You little monkey, you don't piss in my sandbox.
I'm not, honestly, I'm not here to cause anyone any problems, honestly.
I don't expect to get no feedback from this. I get any feedback from this, you got problems.
I understand. I'm sorry, because I would have liked to have interviewed you for my show, but if I
You
understand.
ain't got enough money to interview me. I don't give a damn who you with, what network, or whatever it is. You ain't got enough money to get into my world.
Okay.
You have a problem with that?
I'm disappointed. I can't have a problem. It's your world.
I don't give a shit if you're disappointed. I really don't. Don't bring your cameras. Don't bring nothing. It's just that damn simple. Shit happens. Shit happens every day.
Okay.
To people. Trust me, you do not want to get in my world.
Yeah, I get a sense now that you're now threatening me, which is totally unnecessary.
I really don't care how you take it.
Okay, well that's how I'm taking it. I'm just telling you how I'm taking it.
I don't want to get in my world.
I'm now taking it. You're now threatening me, and I just don't think it's necessary. You know, you don't want me to film over there. I won't film over there. I'll just go.
You just don't need to get in my world.
Okay, I'm no longer in your world. I'm stepping out of your world. I'm sorry if I've caused you a problem. I didn't mean to cause you a problem. I'm just going to step out of your world, and hopefully that's it. End of it.
If I don't see you back here, we're good.
How did he know that I'm not just another tourist? He must have been watching me all the time. Maybe tarot card tables are more than just a small-time hustle, and he's the kind of person that can tell me. Later that night, I hit the street, undercover. This time, I'm going to be more careful.
I've seen a guy on the street corner down there just doing magic tricks, taking money off tourists. I'm going to go and get involved and play the game. I'll happily lose a few dollars if it means I get to find out a little bit more about some of the serious scams that are going on here in town. Hi, my friend.
Hello, my friend. How are you? Welcome to New Orleans. How
Thank you very much.
Stand right there, little man, right there. Perfect. Here we go. Grip onto these as tight as you can. Put your hand just like that. Perfect. Don't move. I need a level. Just like that. Perfection achieved. You got those 3. I've got these 2. And just like that, I slide one inside your hand.
So you're saying there's 4 in there? And I know there's 3 in there.
Go ahead, open your hand.
There's 4 in there. It's good. Did you do games as well?
What do you mean by games?
You know, like betting games.
You can't do that kind of stuff out here. Everybody knows that. Every magician knows that. You can't just sit here and be like, I'm gonna do 3-card monte or something like that. Because if you do that, you can go in trouble.
Yeah.
But as a performance, I can say, hey, I would say, which is your card? And you would say,
that one.
That one right there. And I would say, you owe me $5.
Sure.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Listen, you know, this is great, but obviously it's small change.
Of course.
And I imagine Mardi Gras is kind of, well, let's say there's bigger change to be played for, is there, this time of year?
No, what do you mean?
You know, like games, no?
No, there's no real games after Mardi Gras. What do you mean?
Huh?
Like, what do you mean by like games and stuff?
You know, well,
like the casino?
No, not the casino, but more kind of street games. You know, there's a game I've heard about down here called the Razzle. You must have heard of the Razzle.
You're not a police officer, right?
I'm not a police officer, no. I like my games edgy.
Well, you came to a dangerous place to play edgy games, and the people that are around here that do stuff like that, they might hold a piece to your head while you're playing, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, and they will just grab you by your pants and toss you right in the water without even thinking about it. People disappear.
In the water, in the river.
In Louisiana, New Orleans, we got a simple rule: no body, no crime.
Okay, I take it. That's a warning. All right. You know, I suppose that guy is just a small-time hustler, but when he's talking about bodies in the Mississippi and people with guns, that sounds pretty heavy, and he definitely didn't want to talk about the Razzle.
Could the Razzle Dazzle be more than just a board game? Is there something more sinister at play? Bourbon Street is aptly named. This is where tourists come during Mardi Gras with one common agenda: to get as drunk as possible and have a wild time. I'm meeting a local who's going to show me around. My guide has one condition: I keep his identity concealed.
Okay, my mysterious friend.
Let's take a walk.
Following you.
Most of the country cuts off at 2 a.m. at the latest. Well, here we drink 24/7. Because of that, come 3 o'clock, these people don't know which way is up. They come here with the idea that after a couple days, they'll be acting like a local. They'll be dancing in the streets. They'll be eating red beans and rice. But they come here with the idea that I'm going to be living the New Orleans life. It's not the big easy down here. It's really dirty. A lot of scumbags hang out here. Drug dealers, fake ticket guys that can find you prostitutes. Usually a girl standing out front with the big signs, or there's a room full of dirty, nasty women. All it is a facet to get your money. This girl will do whatever you want. Give me $200, you can take her upstairs. When you get upstairs, how much more money do you fucking have? We got an ATM machine that charges like 15, 18%.
What, you're never gonna have sex?
I highly doubt. I mean, the girls are hustlers and workers, that's it. They're not trying to have sex with you, they're trying to make money. That's all they're trying to do. Here we go, you see the sign 3 for 1?
Yeah.
You go in and you got 2 of your mates with you, so you order 3 beers. Well, the bartender, quick as can be, pop, opens up 9 beers and put them in front of you. So now you're looking at $35, $40. And they do that all day. As a bartender,
What you need to do is order one beer.
you order one beer and the three of you have beers, now you figured it out.
There's one thing I've been meaning to ask. Beads?
Ground is actually thick with beads.
Yeah, oh, it gets, and this
It's
is
like
only,
beads on top of beads.
it's only
now.
Monday.
I just don't get it. What's the point of it?
At the end, when you get back to the airport, you can trade it in for currency.
Beads.
No, of course not. I'm bullshitting you 100%. There is no fucking point. It's bullshit. This is what, for the last 20 years, this is what it's been about. Look at me, I got beads on. And the girls that want to show their touts. That's about it. They want your money.
And the beads.
And the beads, you gotta have the beads, you gotta have the beads.
It's easy to see the attraction of New Orleans, especially at Mardi Gras. But if you look a little closer, you start to see the darker side. My digging has opened up some new information on the Razzle scam. It seems it was making so much money from tourists that the FBI got involved and found evidence of police corruption working alongside organised crime. After today, there's still a nagging question. Is my curiosity about the Razzle likely to leave me swimming with the fishes at the bottom of the Mississippi River? The next morning, as I take a ride around town, I realise that New Orleans is a city of two extremes. Once you leave the affluent suburbs, you enter neighbourhoods ravaged by recession and the devastation of Hurricane Katrina. This is now the murder capital of America, with 193 murders in the last year. It's a sobering thought, all that poverty, violence and murder rubbing up against tourists with wallets full of cash.
I've had the call to say it's okay to go back and talk to the guy who runs the tarot readers. Let's hope he's calmed down since the last time I spoke to him, because I don't want to end up in there. Hello, sir.
This isn't going to be easy.
You doing all right today?
He won't even shake my hand. Not exactly a good start.
Remember me?
Yeah. Well, the only thing I didn't like about yesterday is I didn't know what was going on.
Sure, I'm sorry about that.
In our community, we try to keep a net on it. So that way we know everything was going on, so there's no problems between my people.
Sure.
You know, nobody gets in trouble with what we do.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to make you or anyone else feel uncomfortable. Just kind
It
of...
made us feel very uncomfortable.
Sure.
And that's why I approach you the way I do.
Yeah, okay. This is what I do. I go city to city and I kind of try and see the world through the eyes of a tourist in that perspective. And so when I see a group of people doing kind of stuff on the street, like, you know, tarot reading, for example, I'm kind of inquisitive. I'm thinking, is this everything it seems, or is there a little bit more to this than initially meets the eye? Who are the people that have genuine talent in this industry, and who are the people that are just kind of scamming tourists for money?
There's some out there that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. Everybody and his mother is a tarot card reader. I'll give you an example. You see the guy in the cap behind me? He used to be a tarot card reader.
This guy here with the hat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how the fuck is he gonna read tarot cards?
Do you honestly believe there's such a thing as a genuine tarot reading? Or is it all just a bit of hokum and done for the tourists?
Well, I can send you the one and you can judge for yourself.
There's one you think's the real deal?
Yeah, I can send you the one. It's a real gypsy.
Right.
And you get you a nice reading done.
Okay. Can we get straight
yeah,
in?
You want to go get your reading?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, take a walk. Okay. Don't ask her how much, and tell her you want a 5-card combination reading.
Okay.
Strange advice. Don't ask the price and take the full works. But if John Adams, Tarot Card King of New Orleans, is recommending a reading, then I guess she must be the real deal.
My name is Cindy.
My name's Conor.
Connor?
Connor.
Connor.
Connor, yeah.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, Cindy.
Well, I'm gonna explain the readings.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what I do. I usually do a 5 reading combination. That'll give you palm, Terra, crystal, psychic, and aura. Are you right-handed?
I'm left-handed.
Put that in your left hand. Yes. That's for clarity for your reading.
Okay.
Also for good luck.
Okay.
2 pounds, baby. This is your lifeline, sweetheart. It
Yeah.
does run to the back, very long, very strong. So that tells me long life is meant there for you. Talon line all the way across.
Which one's that?
Right here in the middle. You're steadfast. You definitely follow through when you got something to do.
Yeah.
And you bite off a little bit more than you could chew.
Try to.
Okay? Learn by your past mistakes, sweetheart. Don't hold a grudge. Somebody gets under your skin, comes against you, your loved ones, you don't let go. Do you know what you're accomplishing by doing that?
What?
You give those people your positive energy, your overall energy. In time, your peace of mind. You're smart, you're an intelligent man. But sometimes you think a little bit too much for your own good.
It's funny, everything that you say resonates. It's very true. Lots of things I would recognize about myself, for sure.
You're smart, but you try to figure it out too much. You try to figure out people too much also. People in your own DNA, baby. You're not gonna figure them out till the day you die. Let it go. People are who they are. It means be ready.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Good advice. Good advice. Cool.
Any questions?
No. Thank you
And
very
I
much.
wish you good luck. It was a pleasure.
Oh, my pleasure was mine. What do I owe you, Cindy?
For a 5 reading combination, sweetheart, it's $250 because it's $50 a reading.
$250?
Yes, sir. I gave you a 5 reading combination.
Wow. That's a lot more than I paid for other readings.
Well, sweetheart, I go by your energies. I told you about your life.
Wow. It's like, I didn't see that in the cards. 250 big ones.
Have fun, baby. Enjoy the city.
I don't want to forget any of that for 250 bucks.
You'll remember.
Yeah, I wish I'd made notes.
It'll come to you.
Okay. Bye, Cindy.
Have fun.
Another reading, and again, everything that she said resonated really a little bit too true for me, but you know, this time it was 250 bucks, and I am absolutely kicking myself for not asking the price before I sat down. Where is John?
As I wait for John to reappear, it occurs to me that the reason I didn't ask for the price was because he told me not to.
Don't ask her how much, and tell her you want a 5-card combination reading.
Very illuminating. It's $250 as well, though. It's like, whoa, how much? And I paid 25, 30, 35 bucks to all these other readers the other day. I thought it was going to be somewhere in that ballpark.
You want to drive a Volkswagen or you want to drive a Rolls Royce? Which one you want? I've been married for 12 years ago, and I still don't understand, so I don't ask no question. As long as the bills are paid, I'm happy. I don't care.
So I've just paid $250 to John's wife.
Okay, well, I'm down $250, but at least we're friends.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
I leave John at the banks of the Mississippi and head for the French Quarter. The mood is changing, the daytime crew are packing up, and as night falls, the serious revelers are coming out to play.
When this party ends, the place to be is at one of the big balls that happen. When the parade's finished and the bars all closed. Thanks, mate. The main ball tonight, the really big hot ticket in town, is the Mum's Ball. It's totally sold out. The only way to get a ticket is from a tout.
The masked ball tradition in New Orleans dates back to the 18th century. They were once just for high society, but now they're notorious for being bacchanalian free-for-alls. And the Mom's Ball is the most decadent. Problem is, I don't have a ticket.
Thanks, sweetheart. Extra line. That's perfect, thank you. Thanks.
Dude, I love your accent.
Thank you. I'm not sleeping with you.
Damn, that just ruins my whole night. Where are you from?
From London, England.
London?
Yeah.
name's Ray.
Hey, Ray. How you doing?
Man?
Are you from down here?
Oh, yeah. I live around the corner. I was actually waiting on my girl to get here.
Right.
I was going to take her to a ball we have down here, and
that's what we're trying. We're trying to get some tickets for the Mums Ball tonight.
Just the two of y'all?
Yeah.
I've got a pair of tickets.
How much would you want for your ticket?
$150, and it's one pass that covers two people.
One pass, two people?
Yeah.
$150. Can I see the ticket?
Now, you can't open it until you get there.
Really?
I'm not shitting you at all. That's, people try to put them in freezers. They do all kinds of stuff to try to get the seal off. And that's just, it's a tradition from New Orleans that it's like one of those traditions we don't expect people to understand. They've just been doing it since a long time ago, and that's one of the things. And I got offered $400 last year.
And that gets two people in?
Yes.
You're not shitting me, because, you know, it's...
Not shitting you, man.
Because there's two of us. If we get to the door and only one of us is allowed in, it's...
It's a +1 deal. Just like if you're on a guest list at a concert or something, and it's your name +1.
Okay. There's a lot of characters in this town.
Well, there's good characters and bad characters.
Yeah, I haven't worked out which is which yet. Okay, my friend, I'm trusting you.
You won't regret it, man. You'll have a good time.
I hope so.
If this is a scam, then I'll come back and look for this guy. But if it isn't, I've just got the hottest ticket in New Orleans. As I leave the bar, the street party's in full effect, apparently uninterrupted by the fact there's been a shooting just 1 block away. 4 people shot in the middle of the biggest street festival in the United States. While the cops clear up the mess, the party just carries on. What kind of place is this?
20 yards down Bourbon Street was a shooting. The thing about New Orleans is that if the people that gave a shit woke up tomorrow and changed everything, it wouldn't be New Orleans anymore. So because of the amount of shootings we have, everyone I know carries a pistol. Everybody.
You have one on you now?
Sure.
That's it?
You don't have a pistol on you?
I don't have a pistol.
How long have you been in the States? You don't have a pistol on you? Here you go. This is a Glock 40 caliber.
And you just wouldn't feel safe leaving the house without that?
I've never left the house without it. Not since I was 16 years old. Not without this or an equivalent, absolutely not.
And you've used it?
Yeah, I've shot 3 times, yeah.
So the 3 times that you've shot it,
sure.
Do you hit anything?
Yeah, I had to, otherwise I'd be dead. First time I was a 16-year-old kid that got to me. I spent about an hour and a half at the police station while they questioned me. And they let me go with my pistol.
And what happened to the kid?
He's dead.
He's dead?
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he pulled a gun on me. Tried to get my $18 I had in my pocket. But more than that, I saw the look in his eyes that he was going to kill me. He didn't care that I had 18 bucks. He didn't care if I gave him the money.
Was he armed as well?
Oh yeah, he had a gun on my chest. He had a .380 sitting on my chest like this. A little kid with a .380 in my chest. And because of that, I shot and killed him. But yeah, that's the way it is down here. And the things that you're talking about, the hustlers, they're more likely to stab you than they are to actually put the time and effort into working a real scam on somebody.
Literally trouble at every corner.
From the core to the fucking top, it's trouble. That's New Orleans. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'm in the right place.
Cheers, and then we tap. I don't know where it comes from, but that's just what we do here. And then you drink. Yeah, a lot. Oh.
If it's true, it's a chilling tale. But whatever, guns seem to be a way of life down here. And the party on Bourbon Street keeps on rolling. The show must go on. There's plenty of things to keep tourists distracted from any sense of danger. A silver-painted naked lady was always going to attract a crowd. This must be Holly, who my guide told me to look out for. He told me she's a fixer, but will she connect me to the Razzle scam?
Hey Holly, I'm Conor. A friend of mine told me that if I put 100 in your box, you might be able to help me with certain things that I'm looking for information about.
What's your name again?
Conor.
Following a silver-painted naked lady down the road, is not something I do every day, but she's got my money.
I'm in New Orleans looking to have a good time, but not the kind of conventional stuff maybe on the street. Maybe I'm looking for...
I'm not going to give you a menu. Tell me what you want or get the fuck.
I want to gamble.
You want to gamble?
Yeah.
There's hairs right there.
Not casino. I don't want to do casino. I want to do the New Orleans style street gambling. I want to get into doing the kind of things.
You can find a magician.
No, those guys just are doing tricks. I'm talking about...
I don't understand. You have to be more specific. It depends on which your flavor.
What's my flav?
Yeah.
My flav is local. Whatever it is, wherever it is. So I want to play the game here that's the New Orleans game.
There isn't any poker games going on tonight. There are some tomorrow.
I'm not talking about poker. I'm talking about New Orleans games. The kind of games that, you know, I hear go on here during the Mardi Gras.
What do you hear? Like shit you read on the internet you hear?
Of course, yeah. Of course I read shit on the internet. Who doesn't?
What'd you hear?
I hear there's a New Orleans Mardi Gras game. Some people call it the bingo. Some people call it the Razzle. Some people call it, I don't know, whatever it's called.
You don't have enough money. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It doesn't exist.
Really? Holly, explain to me. You're not...
Sorry, I'm not talking about that.
Because why? It's too dangerous?
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist? Well, if it doesn't exist, why are you running away?
Because it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You don't have enough money.
I don't have enough money, but so it's not bullshit. So it is bullshit. It's not bullshit.
It's only on my shit.
Okay.
I don't trust you now. That's beautiful. You gotta ease your way into it.
Okay.
You gotta remember this is local. This isn't for tourists. Every now and again we get tourists in on it, but it's not. You gotta give me way more than $100 for that kind of information. Like whenever somebody gives me $100, I can get them like drugs or a hooker or like a tour around town, but $100 isn't gonna get you shit.
Okay.
Now my information is very protected by people who are family, friends, things like that. So I can't give you any information without talking to them, and I will not talk to them without a finder's fee. I won't even tell you where those games are without a minimum of $300.
$300 just to find out where the game is happening.
As we exchange phone numbers, Holly says she's going to look after me, which is great, as long as it's not another scam.
Yes! Finally, got a break on the Razzle. I thought I'd lost her. When I said it, she was off like a shot, and I thought, oh my God, she's gonna go. And then I thought, no, I need to catch up with her. And amazingly, she calmed down just enough, but she's still seriously freaked. $300 just to tell me where the game is. This is clearly heavy-duty stuff, but I'm in.
Maybe doing business with Holly has got my mojo working. I feel lucky tonight, and sleep is not an option. I've put my glad rags on, and I'm going to see if the tickets I bought earlier will get me into the infamous Mom's Ball. Reports are that Mom's Ball is the height of hedonism, and judging from the people coming in, it's going to be a wild night.
Alright, my ticket.
I never saw this before. I don't know.
Is there a problem?
Is this a ticket? Is that a ticket? I've never seen that one before. Where'd you get this?
I got it from a guy in New Orleans. Obviously, I'm from out of town. This is the Mum's Ball, right? Yeah, so I've come to the right place. That's what he told me. It's just not a ticket for this place.
No, I mean, he's one of the lieutenants and they've never seen anything like that before. Because they're saying the address on there is not here.
Right.
I'm sorry, baby.
Okay.
Well, it seems the address on my ticket doesn't match the address of the Mom's Ball. It's a fake ticket. And there's no way that's getting me in. So I'm afraid tonight, Cinderella is not going to the ball.
wake up late and the party's in full swing again. The streets are full of the weird and the wonderful because tonight is the big one, the last night of 2 weeks of partying, Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras.
Is about the get-along spirit, coming together. That's what we all should do all the time. And we do it here at Mardi Gras.
This is all good, clean fun. But I hope my luck holds, because I'm going to need all the luck I can get. Tonight is my last chance to find the Razzle. But before I look for the Razzle, I have some unfinished business.
Well, the bar where I bought the fake tickets to the ball is just around this corner, so I'm going to go back and see if I can find the guy who's told me the tickets, ask him a few questions.
I walk in and spot him in the corner of the room. Perhaps he doesn't care about angry customers demanding a refund.
Hey, do you mind if I join you?
Go on, man.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Having a good Mardi Gras?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember me?
Yeah.
How was your night the other night?
Oh, it was good.
Did it pan out the way you wanted it to?
Yes, it did.
It did? Yes. Yeah, mine didn't quite pan out the way.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, the ticket you gave me wasn't a genuine ticket. I got to the door, I was all dressed up. They looked at it, they said, nah, this isn't the...
It wasn't a real ticket.
It wasn't a real ticket, no. Can you believe that?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't know that wasn't a real ticket?
No.
Listen, I'm not here to cause trouble. I actually, in a funny way, I was kind of secretly a little bit pleased it wasn't a real ticket, and that's because I'm in town looking for kind of scams and hustles that happen around Mardi Gras time, and then fake tickets, I guess, is a big part of the scams and hustles around Mardi Gras, and so I think you probably knew that was a fake ticket when you sold it to me. And what I'm saying is that's not a problem for me. I'm not here to cause trouble and say, give me my money back or anything like that.
There's a lot of fake tickets going around this city.
Would you be prepared to talk to me on camera a little bit about the fake ticket industry here, how it works? How you got involved in it?
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to do it here. Let's just say $50 would be a fair price for me to tell you what I know about the stuff down here, growing up down here.
On top of the $150 you already do.
Man, this, if the wrong person sees this, you would never see me again in the French Quarter.
Really?
Yes.
So how does it work then? What about during Mardi Gras? How many fake tickets can you pass off during the couple of weeks of...
Oh my God, there's thousands.
But like the Mom's Ball the other night that you sent me to with my fake ticket, how many of those did you sell in the run-up?
Probably 40.
40 fake tickets?
Yeah, yours was the cheapest one I sold.
So 100, $200 a time?
No, I got 400 on some of them.
Okay. So who's actually making the tickets?
It's a family that's probably got their fingers in everything you could imagine down here, that whether it be hookers or fake tickets or even moonshine, you know. And
so you pay them a price for each ticket?
And they do, you know, give me some of it, but what happened is I made a bet on the Super Bowl this year that the Saints would win. You know, kind of a fool's errand kind of thing. But when it came down to pay, I didn't have that money.
So you're saying you owe someone money?
Yes,
someone...
quite a bit actually. You know, I guess it's better than, you know, putting me to work, you know, selling my ass or something, which I wouldn't have done. But
yeah, I wouldn't have given you $150 for that.
Well, as my hairy ass man, I don't think you get very much. But I'll be doing this probably for another year before they're satisfied, and they may find another reason to keep me doing it.
Really? You've got that much debt to pay off?
Yeah. And it's, let's just say it's families that have been around for a long time that...
You're scared of them?
You know, or organizations, yeah. I mean...
Are we talking about organized crime?
Man,
gangs?
Dude, you're... That's something that you really don't talk about here. Most of the time when you hear rumors about that sort of thing down here, it's 100 times worse. And when people threaten you and your family,
you know, what are you supposed to do?
There's a game that I've heard about around town that I'm kind of looking for, which you might know as Cajun Bingo.
Man,
you might
I
have
ain't
heard
gonna
of
talk about
the Razzle.
Man, you don't want to talk about that.
Why not?
That if you find somebody that's not a scammer that actually knows about it and would say, yeah, I'll hook you up, it's 50-50 that, you know, regardless of how much crew and stuff you got with you, we can come back.
We'll come back?
Yeah.
We're not just talking about losing money.
No. I mean, that'd be a good day.
But you couldn't get a guy like me into a Razzle game, no?
Man, I wouldn't want to, dude. You're real nice.
Even if I want it. I mean, I'm looking for it.
Man.
I want to find a Razzle game. It's kind of why I'm in town.
I'd have to, like, really not like somebody. It's pretty hardcore, but they'll, you know, shoot people in broad daylight.
Some people call it the Razzle, others Cajun Bingo. But they've all told me to stay away from it. The rational side of me says give up, let it go, turn around and walk away. But my irrational side says there's nothing crazy about taking advice from a silver-painted naked lady.
I'm going to meet Holly. I'm going to meet her on the corner down here, and she's going to take me to what I hope is a game of Razzle. This is without doubt one of the craziest things I've ever done. But if I want to find out how the Razzle works, this is the way to do it.
You wanted your Cajun Bingo, you're going to get it.
Is it near here?
Yeah, I just want to let you know, I don't think you know what you got yourself into, so you can go in now or you can turn back. It's up to you. I'm giving you the option now, but once we're in there, we go through.
And the deal is?
The deal is, you walk in, I want to see your money in your hands before I can even send you back there. That's the deal.
Okay.
And then I'll let you go back there and do your business.
Okay.
Don't
Money.
pull that out right now.
And these are people you know?
Yes.
Okay. People you trust?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. So as long as I trust you, then...
After you.
Thank you.
Wait, right here. Wonderful. All right, now I want you to walk back here to this table. Put your money on the table. Do not touch the mask.
Money on the table?
Have a seat, buddy. You gonna be honest with me?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Who are you?
My name's Conor. I'm from London. I'm here to play a game.
You're not here to play a game. You and your buddies have been around the French Quarter for the last 2 weeks, asking everybody you could about Razzle Dazzle and Cajun Bingo, and throwing a whole bunch of names around that you shouldn't know. So I'm gonna ask you again, Conor, who are you?
I'm here with my buddies. We're here to find out about the Razzle so I can play a game of the Razzle. Heard
You've seen
about
you
it.
with your cameras, buddy.
Yeah?
Understand this?
I do. You've seen me with cameras. I've been filming all over New Orleans. I've been filming with people who do all kinds of things all over New Orleans. I just want to know about the kind of things that happen, in the shadows.
When you live in New Orleans?
I'm leaving New Orleans on Thursday.
It's probably a good fucking idea. Let me go ahead and tell you about it. For years, we've been taking suckers' money, a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s at a time on Bourbon Street. We've been doing it with a Razzle Dazzle, a sleight of hand, a 3-card Monte, whatever you want to call it. Well, then we got busted, so we changed it. Now we look for big marks. We look for people with a lot to lose and a whole lot to gain. And we take their money. We take every last penny we can. Now, you want the real game? You want to know what these people are willing to bet? What they're willing to play to get out of the gambling debts and the problems and the greed and the lust that they've chased after? To get out of those problems? Here's your game.
That's a bullet. That's one bullet in a 6-shooter.
No one will do this. They'll get the fuck up and they'll walk out like you're about to do, because they don't have the balls to play the way we play Cajun bingo down here.
That's...
Now, do you still want to play?
That's
you
what
still want the razzle dazzle? You still want to talk about the Dixie Mafia and our fucking operations in our city? Or do you want to get the fuck out of New Orleans on the next plane?
Come on, sweetheart. It's time to go.
Let's find out, pretty boy.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Game of Russian roulette? Are you joking me?
You want to play Russian roulette? Odds are 5 to 1. Stakes are way too high, man. Way, way too high. There's a scary-ass guy with a mask comes down the stairs with a baseball bat. It's incredibly intimidating. He says, you want to play the Razzle? I'll tell you what the Razzle is. And he reveals he's got a gun with a single bullet there. Basically what he's offering me is odds of 5 to 1. My $1,000 on the table versus, you know, put one bullet in, spin it, stick it to your head, and pull. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Hey, it may be a scam, it may not be a scam, I don't know. But the guy's got a baseball bat and he's got a gun in his hand. So what? Lots of guns, lots of scary people. Hey, maybe that's the Razzle. Maybe the Razzle is a gambling game. Maybe it is Russian roulette. Maybe it's just intimidation. But whatever it is, I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm $1,000 down, but you know what? I'm still alive.
Did I experience the Razzle Dazzle? Or was I set up? I'll never be sure. Asking any more questions is only going to take me somewhere I don't want to go. When a man with a gun tells you to take the next plane out, it's a good idea to head to the airport. New Orleans is one of the most seductive American cities I've been to, but a word of caution. If you do come here, don't go looking for trouble, because if you do, you'll find it. They're the world's greatest cities, famous for their culture and beauty. But there's something else waiting in the shadows. The scammers, the hustlers, the thieves. And they're all looking for tourists to con.
Stay against the wall. Russian roulette? Are you joking me?
I'm Conor Woodman, and in Scam City, I set myself up as bait.
This is like being kidnapped.
A willing victim to be fleeced. I'll catch the scammers in the act.
Do you know where my wallet is?
I don't know.
And reveal the tricks of the trade.
Sorry, I'm not talking about that.
Because why? It's too dangerous?
And I'll expose them face to face.
We are filming you scamming me.
Scam City.
I get scammed, so you don't have to.
I'm in Mexico City on the hunt for scams, but I've stumbled onto something far more sinister.
No ponga resistencia y él pudiese tener en un momento que puedan ocasionar una lesión.
I'm on a one-way trip to Mexico City's infamous Kidnap Express.
Something funny's going on there. Leave us now, let us out.
Arrived in Mexico City. I'm at the airport. I'm going to get a taxi. I've got to be very careful about taxis in this city because they're associated with extortion, kidnapping, all kinds of heavy stuff.
Everywhere I've travelled to, I've seen taxi scams at work. But here, I've been told it's not just tourist cash on the line, it could be their lives. Time to go undercover and find out.
Hola. Hola. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
I need a taxi for La Roma.
Sí. 303 pesos.
303 pesos. And where do I go? Just follow this guy. Okay, thank you. I have one already. How much do you charge for a Roma?
La colonia Roma, 200.
200? Oh, okay. La Roma? 205. 200. Oh, I paid 303. So I just paid 303. Those guys are only 200. So an extra 100 pesos.
Hola. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. It's a bus. It's not what I was hoping for. What's your name, my friend?
Daniel Casas.
So Daniel, explain to me, how come I pay 300? 300.
Servicio ejecutivo.
But all the others were 200. 200.
200?
Yeah, the other guys there were 200. Why?
Carro pequeño.
So I got a big bus. I didn't ask for a big bus. I don't need a big bus. I'm on my own.
La empresa lleva un orden. Tienen que salir tantos carros pequeños por una camioneta grande.
How many vans are we talking about in a day?
Pues tenemos un promedio de entre 7 y 8 servicios por día.
7 or 8. So it's only really a $10 scam, but 7 or 8 every day, that's 70 or 80 extra bucks every day. An extra $500 a week. It starts to add up a bit, doesn't it?
Sí, a la larga suma.
What other kind of tricks are there that taxi drivers here in Mexico have to make a bit of extra cash?
Los taxis del distrito son libres, o sea, no llevan un control. Muchos de esos taxis los traen personas que no están registradas.
How difficult would it be for me to find one of those taxi drivers? And what do you think would happen to me if I did?
Lo ven extranjero y como no sabes, te van a cobrar 5 o 10 veces más. O la otra es que te quiten tus cosas. Y si pones resistencia, pues hasta te andan matando.
Just kill you. Well, okay, I got scammed for $8 by my new friend Daniel, but from what he's saying, could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. But is he right? Can it really be true? And how can I crack this scam without getting into serious danger? With over 12 million tourists a year, Mexico City is a major destination. There's ample opportunity for local hustlers to make money out of visitors. And I'm going to find out how they do it. I'm off to a market to find scams. Time to slip into something more comfortable. It's not long before we spot one of the oldest scams in the book, a variation on the 3-card Monty. It looks easy, you just have to choose where the ball ends up. But the game is rigged, with a member of the gang apparently winning, to encourage an impressionable punter to place a bet. That's about $16. They then move the cups so slowly that you're bound to make the right choice. I place my bet,
I choose my cup.
It's in the end one, I think.
And win. They then encourage me. 500. That's almost $42.
This one.
Now the cups are moved around at real pace, and what seemed easy first time round becomes impossible. Surprise, surprise, I lose. Suddenly, the gang move, blocking our cameras. The woman who encouraged me to bet makes a signal. And it's game over. We've been rumbled. They know we're onto them, and everyone leaves. Ten minutes later, the gang have set up the game again.
It's all the same people betting. Look. I can't play now. They're kind of blocking us out. You see the wall?
My cover is completely blown. Things are getting tense. My only option is to try and confront them.
If you could just show us how they do it. I don't mind, just to show me how to, just to show me. We can't see? But what about just me? Just me? Déjame trabajar, por favor.
Okay, I think it's time to get out of here. I mean, what they were playing there was cups and peas. It's a variation on the classic three-card Monty game. What I love about that scam is that it requires a whole team of people to play it, and they look like they're betting, which draws you in. You think you can win as well. But as well as that, they're spotting other people, and they spotted us and our cameras straight away. And then they said, you know what, guys, you got your job to do, but we've got our job to do. Kindly leave. Got to respect that. The scam that brought me to Mexico City is express kidnapping, carried out by bogus taxi drivers. But investigating it is risky. The obvious way is to hail a street cab and chance it.
Buenas tardes.
Oh, this is you? Okay.
This is Manuel Betanzos,
okay.
taxi driver.
You're not going to kidnap me?
No,
not this time.
Es taxi seguro. No sé mucho inglés. Le voy a cobrar 100 pesos, le doy bueno ticket, okay?
100 pesos seems very expensive. Normally, it wasn't the normal price is only maybe 30 pesos.
100 pesos y le voy a dar su ticket, es taxi seguro.
So hang on. So because you told me you were going to rip me off, it's okay, is it?
No es caro un servicio en un taxi sitio de 100 pesos. Algunos, desgraciadamente, ahí se filtran los rateros.
Look, I'll pay the tariff, but I just think it's funny that you tell me that I have two choices. I can either be robbed or I can be ripped off. Is that it? They're my two choices?
Sí, el que quiere estar en un país libre.
Okay, well, thank you for only ripping me off and not robbing me. Adios. Unbelievable. Oh, he wasn't very happy, and the fact that he wasn't going to rob me meant that he was well within his rights to rip me off. So they were my two choices. Either I got robbed or I got ripped off. So some legitimate taxi drivers are playing on people's fears of being kidnapped by charging extra just because they're safe. And although I want to meet the drivers who kidnap their passengers, I don't know how far I have to go to do that. But I do know these guys are out there, and they may be just one cab ride away. While I'm in Mexico City, I can't resist checking out some of the biggest tourist attractions in town. the ruined city of Teotihuacan. 2,000 years ago, human and animal sacrifices were offered to various deities here. When the Aztecs arrived in the 14th century, they called it the City of the Gods. But I'm here because where there's tourists, there's scams. I'm soon approached by a friendly-looking man selling souvenirs.
Made in Mexico.
Made in me.
Made by you?
Yeah.
You make it yourself?
Yes. You see my fingers?
Oh.
This is mother pearl, venturina, and obsidian, gold obsidian.
Oh.
We're from England?
Yeah, London. What about older ones? Like,
I have that one.
yeah?
Yes.
You can get those?
Yes.
I'd be interested to see some of those, maybe. So what is this? Huh. How old do you think this is?
2,000 years, more or less.
2,000 years old?
Yes. We found in the field over there.
Yeah. And how much do you want this for this?
It was cost you 1,500 pesos.
1,500 pesos.
Yes.
So
Yes.
about $120.
More or less. But this is genuine. These are not imitations, you know.
Not an imitation?
No, come on.
Huh? Oh, you have more. You think 1,500 pesos? About $120, $125. So where did you really get these from? Come on, you can tell me.
Yes, I tell you, behind.
You dug them out of the ground?
Yes.
You didn't make these?
No, I know that. No, I make those.
You didn't make these and make them look a bit older?
No, come on.
Come on. It's okay, you can tell me. I don't think these are real.
Okay. This is real.
Yeah, but I can take this to the UK, no problem?
No problem, you can take.
Why, because they won't find them? Or because...
No, because it's not having a problem to take, you know, because say, oh, it's more.
So I can take these out, no problem?
No, no problem.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to buy original pieces and take them out of Mexico.
You have a problem, I tell you, if you buy big pieces.
No, but any pieces, it's against the... If this is a genuine...
This is genuine.
This is a genuine 2,000-year-old piece, then I should not take it out of Mexico. It's against the law.
We sell many things here.
So how much money do you make out of this compared with this?
Oh, much.
Yeah, so this is the real business in the bag.
Yes.
It's like a black market.
You got it.
Like a black market.
You got it.
What's your name?
Martin.
Martin, Conor.
I tell Martin I'm interested in buying, but he's not happy meeting in the main site.
I want to move to over there, the parking lot, no?
I know these are fakes, but can I get Martin to admit it?
Well, I am interested in kind of the kind of scams that tourists fall prey to, like buying fake artifacts is obviously a big problem here for tourists in Mexico.
Yes, true. Your security, no.
We're not security. We're not police. No problem. No. Like I said, we're interested in the things for the tourists, the problems for tourists. That's all. See, I don't know. I don't know if this is a scam, or if I can believe you. I don't know you. It's quite a big risk that if you're a tourist buying this kind of thing, that you're being, scammed. You're paying money for stuff that's not genuine. Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a big risk. So come on, tell me the truth about the pieces. Which pieces are fake?
The clay.
The clay mouth fake.
No fake. Over there is more pieces, but the clay. And she's grounded.
Ground the old clay.
The old clay.
Make a new piece with the old clay so it looks like the old piece. Wow. Old looking clay one is a new one, but you make it look old?
Yes.
So that's the trick. You're not worried about getting in trouble with the customs?
What I buy. This is a imitation.
But if you get stopped at customs, you just say, oh, this is an imitation.
That's imitation. You tell me.
So you scam them.
Yeah.
delighted that I got him to talk about. What's a really clever scam, what I love about it, is that he gets you to buy an artifact that even though you know it's illegal, which means you're not going to report it, and even if you got caught, well, he's not in trouble because it's a fake.
To meet a taxi driving kidnapper and survive, I need to find some protection. So when in Mexico, do as the locals do. See a shaman. I've come to Sonora Market for that extra bit of help.
There's a long tradition of witchcraft and black magic here in Mexico, so I've arranged to see a shaman, see if she can offer me some protection from some of the dark forces at work here.
Buenas tardes.
But first I want to find out what sort of spell she has. I'm curious to know how dark her magic is and how far she's prepared to go.
So what kind of stuff could you do when you did black magic?
Hasta muerte.
Death. I mean, did you ever put a spell on someone and then they died?
Cuando el cliente viene y pide un trabajo de muerte, traen la foto y con la foto se trabaja y se manda al panteón. Tenemos a nuestro panteonero, se prepara, se vela como un difunto, ¿sí? Toda la noche, eso se hace y lo trabajamos en frasco. Se les da el tiempo cuando la persona se va.
So you did a whole funeral for him, and then afterward, and you said, right, you're going to die next Tuesday, and next Tuesday he dropped down dead. Yeah? Really? Let me tell you my main quest here in Mexico City. I want to find the people in Mexico who kidnap people, but I don't want them to hurt me. You think you can help me?
Sí te puedo ayudar. Ajá.
With that, she starts her ritual. The diagnosis and treatment for my protection is a new one on me.
Ese es un rompimiento, liberación, que es lo que usted necesita. Cuando se da una limpia normal, se le mete nomás el ramo, el puro, ajá, y punto, el aguardiente, hasta ahí. Se trabaja con sante, se trabaja con muerto, para que me lo cubra.
How is this going to help me?
En eso, a que en verdad esté endulzado, le vaya muy bien, encuentre lo que en verdad él quiere, ajá, y que le salgan las cosas como debe de ser.
How much is it going to cost?
Ese costo te salen 4,500.
Wow. And how much is just this consultation now?
100 pesos.
100 pesos. So it becomes a lot if I have the treatments. Sounds like a lot of money to me, 2,500 pesos. But how much would a good client could spend how much in a year?
Hasta 40,000 pesos.
$4,000 in a year for your spiritual protection on their lives. Wow, that's good business.
I pay the 100 pesos for the consultation, but pass on the spiritual cleansing. I think I might need more than cigars and branches to protect me.
Can I have your card for later?
But for shamans, it's good business when tourists and locals are prepared to pay hand over fist to back their spiritual beliefs. I'm here to track down taxi kidnappers, but in my spare time, I can't resist seeing whether Mexico City has its fair share of pickpockets.
I'm heading into the tourist area at Ciudadela, where there's a big market on a square and it's notorious for pickpockets. I'm going to see if I can attract one of them by making the classic mistake of leaving my wallet in an open bag.
Whether I just got lucky, or because it isn't busy around the stalls, my wallet and I are not parted. The lack of crowd may be because there's something else going on.
hermano.
Hey, hello, sir.
¿Qué, paseándose?
Hey.
¿Te estás paseando bien?
Love the hat.
¡Ah, huevo! ¿No te han robado?
No, it's okay.
Aquí en esos espacios hay que estar bien trucha porque te echan presta.
Okay. You think I should do it up like this?
¡Ah, huevo!
Es bueno.
Más vale mantenerla segura. Qué bien, Conor.
Conor, and you?
Yo, Arturo Ayala, el Tirantes.
Tirantes.
Y yo soy del barrio de Tepito, el rey del barrio de Tepito.
King of Tepito.
Tepito es el barrio más famoso de la Ciudad de México. Tiene fama de que es un barrio bravo.
Sounds like the kind of place a kidnapper might live. Maybe he can help me find one.
Okay. A huevo, que ahorita vamos a vivir y a disfrutar de la vida.
Who is this guy?
Okay. ¡Qué rico! Ahora sí eres guapo,
I feel like I've stepped into a cartoon.
And then a horrible realization dawns on me. I'm going to have to dance.
What did they do? Oh, now you're just showing off.
Just before I leave, Tirantes gives me one last tip.
Hay un espacio allí donde se venera a la Santa Muerte y obviamente van muchas personas de diferentes partes de la República.
Thank you, my man.
¡Oh, qué rico!
Worshipping death sounds surreal, but here in this square, as evening falls, it makes sense. Feeling slightly uneasy, I hail a cab.
I just made a friend here. He's telling me about Tepito. Yeah, what kind of district is it?
Pesada, pesado, sí está pesado, es el barrio más pesado de toda la ciudad.
What kind of people live there?
Egresado en armas, droga, pues hay de todo, es muy... encuentras de todo en Tepito.
It's drugs and guns and that kind of thing.
Sí, muchos asaltos también.
I heard some stories as well about some of the taxi drivers in Mexico City being into some pretty heavy stuff like kidnapping and that kind of thing.
Sí, hay choferes que trabajan el carro, te alquilo el carro, pues no sabes luego ni a quién se lo das a trabajar, se lo puedes dar a un secuestrador y todo, y andan metido en mafias de secuestradores y utilizan mucho el taxi para rápido, los secuestros express.
Where would I most likely meet the people involved in that kind of stuff?
Hay mucha gente que sí que eso, pero de colonias Tepito.
Although the last taxi driver explained more about express kidnappings, I haven't come any closer to the kidnappers themselves. But at least now I have an idea of where to look. This is Tepito, the most infamous neighborhood in the whole of Mexico City. It's where the taxi driver said that some of the kidnappers come from. I'm looking for the shrine of Santa Muerte, Holy Death, whose worshippers are said to include criminals and hopefully a few taxi kidnappers.
Ustedes no son de aquí.
No, I've come from London. But I heard about the Santa Muerte shrine. I wanted to see it for myself.
Hay que respetar.
It's just for a Mexican thing?
Sí, pues viene desde los aztecas, desde los mixtecas. Siempre la muerte siempre ha existido. Por los siglos de los siglos, siempre.
So it's a bit like the Grim Reaper then, with the scythe. Come and cut your head off.
No, ese es un pendejismo de todos ustedes. Un vil pendejismo. Ella no corta ninguna cabeza. Esta guadaña es para cortar todo lo malo que tenemos en nuestros caminos. Pero en vida. Ahorita que estoy viva, que me cuide, que me limpie mi camino, ahorita. Ya muerta, ya bailé.
Okay. And what kind of people then come and pray to her?
Puede ser de criminales, de drogadictos, de prostitutas. Ella no hace a nadie menos. Ella recibe a todos. Y venimos a pedirle que nos ayude, que nos abra los caminos, que nos cuide, que nos acompañe, que nos dé un rayito de luz.
Do you think Santa Muerte could give me a blessing to keep me safe while I'm here?
Dile a ella. Te vine a conocer. Yo no te prometo nada. Cuídame y acompáñame. Es todo tuyo el altar.
Muchas gracias.
Ahí te lo encargo, mi vida. Cuídalos, acompáñalos, pero no nada más a él. A todos, acompáñalos. Te dejo tantito.
In what kind of neighbourhood do people worship holy death? Whose hope for the future is symbolised by a female skeleton wielding a scythe? Just then, I notice a tough-looking character at my side.
You not live here?
I don't live here, no.
Where you from?
From London.
Yeah.
You think it's safe for me to walk around here?
Maybe you have problems with something people. I don't know.
What kind of problems?
Mucha gente peligrosa aquí. So necesitas tener cuidado.
Could you help show me around maybe?
Yeah. Maybe I can accompany you. You want to cruise around?
I'd love to.
Something?
I'd love to, yeah. Sorry, I'm Conor.
I am Jaime.
Jaime, mucho gusto.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but Jaime has agreed to show me round his neighbourhood. He tells us to hide our cameras. And then we take a walk into the heart of Tepito.
This is a dangerous street.
It's a dangerous street. Why is it dangerous? What kind of things?
Because you get by drugs, robbers.
Robbers?
Uh-huh.
What do you think would happen to me if I walked here on my own? How long do you think I'd last? 5 minutes?
Yeah, in 5 minutes you lose everything. Come here. Richard. Carnal. Ahí va. Carnal.
I start to realise that Jaime is a well-known face around here.
Hola.
You know everybody?
Yeah, more or less.
And he knows the rules.
When you walk here, somebody looking, hey, give me your money or your phone or something with gun or knife. This is where roads.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah.
Very quickly, our presence is noticed.
Vine con mis amigos. Sí. ¿Eh?
¿De dónde vienen?
Apenas venimos llegando. De Londres.
And it's clear that without Jaime explaining that we're his friends, we'd be in big trouble.
Is it just robbing? Is there drugs?
Drugs and clones of production.
Oh, counterfeit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Everything.
Everything.
The counterfeit scam is one I've seen before. In this market, there's a mix of legitimate and knocked-off goods and massive amounts of fake ones.
That's not the right smell. I know this is a very well-known perfume, very famous perfume. It's not the right smell. I think maybe this one is counterfeit. This doesn't look very right,
Yeah.
very professional. Where's the guy? This is counterfeit, right?
Maybe, yeah.
It's falso.
Maybe.
Yeah?
That's possible.
Who makes it? You buy it or you make it? Which?
Yeah, he say, I'm buy it and I make it.
You buy it and you make it. Where do you make it? Near here, in Tepito. You make it in Tepito. I can see. You can see.
¿Se puede ver? Yeah.
There's no doubt that I'm only being allowed to see this because I'm with Jaime. Even so, it's clearly still risky.
Okay, it's okay. We can do it here.
Sí. Lo más rápido que puedas. Aunque no.
Where do you get the bottle from?
Las compramos en el tianguis. En los tianguis venden botellas vacías. Sacamos la esencia.
If you made one with a different brand, so you did, I don't know, Calvin Klein or Carolina Herrera, or would you put the same?
Cualquier marca te la venden.
The same, just in a different bottle. Yeah.
Sí.
And so, how much do all the little bits together cost you to buy?
La botella sale en 80 pesos. La esencia 40. Esto 120 pesos.
How many would you sell in a week?
300 piezas. Cuesta $500 en un almacén.
That's good money.
Sí.
Just as the demonstration is coming to an end, Jaime's mood suddenly changes.
Es que ya muchos guardaron los tres. Pero ya Juan, porque le estamos dejando la bronca a este cabrón.
Jaime wants us out. He's decided the tour is over and we leave while the going is good. Jaime takes us to the edge of the neighborhood and then slips away. And without even thinking, I flag down a passing cab.
Why? How come you going to be a taxi driver?
Comerciante vendía ropa de paca.
Why did you make the change? Right.
I can hardly believe what I'm hearing. It's a chilling confession from a man I've paid to take me home. And there's more.
Wow.
Todo lo suelté para salir de la cárcel. Porque no me comprobaron el homicidio.
Why, who did you give the money to?
Licenciado para que sacara. Salió el chiste en 1,400.
But now you can't go back to the market, right?
No, me lo prohibieron la ley.
What do you think would happen to you if you went back?
O una de dos, o me matarían, o mataría yo uno de sus familiares de él.
I've been looking for a kidnapper, but I've ended up in the back seat of a killer's car. A man who says he's killed and could kill again.
Play the game. Okay, gracias.
But I just got lucky. I've made a contact and we exchanged numbers. A couple of hours later, I get a message and another number.
We've arranged to meet an undercover officer in the Mexico City Police. He's agreed to talk to me about kidnapping here, but he's asked that we keep his identity absolutely secret. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Have you had experience of the Kidnap Express, the Secuestro Express in Mexico City?
Así es. En lo que es en la Ciudad de México, el Secuestro Express tiende a aumentar.
Who's behind this epidemic of Kidnap Express in Mexico City?
Generalmente en estos delitos se encuentran relacionados policías o expolicías.
So you're saying that there are police officers out there kidnapping people?
Así es. Así es. Generalmente el secuestro express son realizados por policías que se encuentran en un momento descansando o que fueron dados de baja de la corporación por estar relacionado con algún tipo de corrupción.
And so do you personally know people, do you work with people that are involved in this activity?
Así es. Compañeros, policías, me lo han dicho, dedicarse al secuestro express.
Have you ever kidnapped someone?
No.
Would you?
Realmente es tendiente a veces.
And what advice would you give me if I wanted to meet some of the people behind the Secuestro Express?
No tendría absolutamente ningún contacto, es gente muy peligrosa.
Despite the warning, he hands me the number of a possible kidnapper who might talk. So if this cop is telling me the truth, it's a bigger problem than I thought. Many of the taxi drivers responsible for kidnapping and extorting money from tourists belong to Mexico City's police force. And it begs the question, if you can't trust the police, who can you trust? Later that evening, I've heard nothing. I'm going to take one last chance.
You busy?
Algo. Sí.
Yeah, poco. Are we going the direct way, mate?
Sí.
You sure it's not? Sure it's not back that way?
¿Hacia dónde?
We're going to be taking a long way around. If it's not one scam, it's another, isn't it? Every time you get into a taxi.
Something here doesn't feel right, and then the taxi driver makes a call.
Who were you talking to on the phone? We're still not going directly towards the hotel. I don't want to end up in a place that I don't want to go to, do you know what I mean? Come on, where are you taking me? Leave us now, let us out. Okay, let's get out there. I don't know whether I'm paranoid because of everything that's happened to me since I've been here, and I'm sensitized to it or what, but there was something definitely wrong. We were not going directly to the hotel. I think I'm just going to walk back to the hotel. That's probably the safest option.
Shrines for worshipping death, a taxi driver who says he's a killer, and cops who are kidnappers. Maybe I'm losing my nerve. There's only one way to find out. I call again. The meeting is on, but the arrangements are on his terms. It has to be after dark and on his turf in a remote part of town. On my way to the meet, I realise I've relinquished control. I sit and wait on a deserted side street. "50 minutes later, a man walks towards my car.
Hey. Oh yeah. Thanks for meeting me. So, is Mexico your city? You born here? You grew up here?
Sí, sí.
Well, what kind of work did you go into?
Me desenvolví en varios trabajos. En uno de ellos fui policía del Distrito Federal.
And how many people do you think you've kidnapped in your life?
Un aproximado de unas 70 personas.
And can you explain to me how it works? What do you actually do?
Bueno, para esto se necesitan el grupo de 3 o 4 personas. Un secuestro express se realiza en la brevedad del tiempo posible que se pueda. Ubicamos a la persona, ya sea por que salga de algún centro comercial, de algún banco. Muchas de las veces no traen dinero en efectivo. Entonces nos llevamos, van con nosotros, sacar el mayor dinero posible que se pueda de las tarjetas. Claro, van bajo la amenaza de uno, entonces no hacen nada por querer evitarlo, ¿no?
And how would you threaten people? Would you use weapons?
Muchas de las veces sí se traen armas. Digo, para poder amedrentar a alguien necesitas meterle miedo para que la persona pueda acceder a lo que tú le estás pidiendo.
And what's the most money you've got out of a single kidnapping?
No, lo máximo que se ha recogido son 150,000 pesos.
So what advice would you give to someone if they found themselves being kidnapped?
No ponga resistencia y no creo que no haya necesidad de que puedan ocasionar una lesión, ¿no?
Do you still have connections with the police force?
Sí, la conexión siempre lo va a haber. La corrupción en la policía la va a haber hoy y más adelante. Yo creo que por el resto de nuestras vidas. Eso viene desde hace años y nunca se va a acabar.
And is that Santa Muerte hanging around your neck?
Sí, mi Santa Muerte. Es la que nos cuida.
The kidnappers wear the Santa Muerte.
Así es protección.
Jesus.
Ya.
Chilling, isn't it, the way he can talk about kidnap, torture, extortion of people as though it's simply a business, and that's because that's exactly the way he sees it. And every time you get in a taxi in Mexico City, the danger is you'll be his next customer. I
I get the feeling Mexico City is a place where the more you look into the shadows, the darker they get. It's a city where you can pray to an image of death and then take a ride home with a murderer. And if you're really unlucky, you can hail a cab and a moonlighting cop will stop and kidnap you. There's no doubt why tourists come here, the colour and the characters, the culture and the history. Just be careful whose taxi you get into. They're the world's greatest cities, famous for their culture and beauty. But there's something else waiting in the shadows. The scammers, the hustlers, the thieves. And they're all looking for tourists to con.
Stay against the wall. Russian roulette, are you joking me?
I'm Conor Woodman, and in Scam City, I set myself up as bait.
This is like being kidnapped.
A willing victim to be fleeced. I'll catch the scammers in the act.
Do you know where my wallet is? I don't know.
And reveal the tricks of the trade.
Sorry, I'm not talking about that.
Because why? It's too dangerous?
And I'll expose them face to face.
We are filming you scamming me.
Scam City.
I get scammed, so you don't have to.
I've fallen deep into an illicit scam in New York City. Maybe too deep.
Okay, you get me a price right now. 2,000 bottles of Chanel number 5.
Now you ready now?
I'm ready.
You got the money for it.
Put 20 grand in my hotel, it's fine.
They say it's safe nowadays. But is the Big Apple really so shiny and clean?
For me, it's very dangerous. Why I do now, they know they kill me. They will kill me.
I've just woken up in the city that never sleeps, and I'm going walkabout like the 50 million other tourists who come here every year. But I'm souvenir hunting for scammers.
Well, New York City claims to have completely cleaned up its act. Zero tolerance, 3 strikes and you're out. They'll say there's no crime here anymore. But one thing I know is any city that gets 1 million visitors a week, well, there's got to be scams.
Welcome to New York! Nice to see you. Big cities and green. The trees are so green. And
If you take a bite of the Big Apple, what juicy scams will be revealed?
in New York.
Times Square is the biggest tourist hotspot in the city. Everyone who visits New York heads here. This was known for being a notorious crime spot. In the 70s and 80s, it was the centre for hustlers and prostitutes, surrounded by porn cinemas and clip joints.
These days, all the brothels have been replaced with donut shops, and the prostitutes are all cartoon characters. It's a lot less gangland, a bit more Disneyland.
Lou Reed wouldn't be walking on the wild side here nowadays. He'd be having his picture taken with Mickey Mouse for cash. Out-of-towners all want to take a photo home as a memento. But is it all as innocent as it appears to be?
You get a photo with you?
Get a photo.
$2.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Cool.
How much is that, Mickey? $2. Beautiful. Liberty. How much is that? 5. Hey, Batman. I think Batman's drunk. Cookie Monster. Oh, really? 2 of you?
Looks like I've got no choice. I only really wanted Cookie Monster.
Cheese. Yeah. Yeah.
Who are you gonna go for?
Hi, Buzz. Hi, Buzz.
There's a pattern here. Choose a character and another one jumps in. I thought I was just having a picture with Buzz, but Sonic wants a share of the action.
Yeah, how much?
Give it $10, $5, whatever you want.
$5. Him as well? Wow, it's getting expensive. Those guys over there are only $2.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you very much. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
So both Buzz and Sonic get paid.
You pose for a picture with one, and the other one comes and stands next to you, and then of course you pay one, you have to pay the other one as well.
These unlicensed characters have been known to lose their rag with tourists who don't pay up. But after a recent arrest, today feels like they're almost on their best behaviour. Having spent a couple of hours here, it seems much safer than the crime-ridden place it was, and the hustlers of old have moved on. Maybe they've gone elsewhere. But for tonight, the hunt is over. Time to go back to the hotel. But I'm struggling to find a cab on the street.
Looking for a cab?
Until a black limo pulls up.
Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Harlem. I'm from New York.
You're a New Yorker?
Yeah.
Wow, it's a rare thing in New York.
Me, I love New York, period. Anybody asks me where I'm from, I never separated Brooklyn or Harlem. I was born in Harlem. I'm from New York. I love the underdog. This is the city of the underdog.
Do you consider yourself to be an underdog?
I'm a dog that doesn't bite too hard, but knows how to eat well.
Explain to me what the deal is with the yellow cabs and then the cars like yours and how that works.
Well, cars like mine is just me freelancing, me taking a little piece of that pie. You never know who you're gonna meet, you know? I might be your go-to guy when you touch down in New York.
A go-to guy. He could come in handy.
What kind of things beyond giving someone a ride somewhere can you offer customers?
You might want to know where you can meet a nice girl.
Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
Yeah, nice company.
A lot of people say New York's kind of lost its bite. You know, that it used to be a kind of rougher place than it is these days. Do you think that's true?
Some people come here and think that it's the best thing since sliced bread, and some people come here and see it to be the most scariest place. This is where you come, I guess, if you want to feel the experience of getting to know the supposed crazy things or scary things.
My new friend Breezy says the place is cleaned up. But there's still some shady characters to be found. I'm in Harlem, which used to have a reputation as a tough part of town, but nowadays it feels like a changed borough. Breezy's given me a lead to a guy called Shaman O.T. Powell, who he says may be able to give me a rundown on the pickpockets of New York and whether they're still here somewhere.
How long have you lived in Harlem?
And I came here in 1969. I've been up here, I guess, for the last 25, 30 years. Most of that time I was a pickpocket.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was how I made my living.
Right.
You know,
Work in what kind of areas?
basically in Grand Central Station. You know, I would go play the bus stop on 57th Street and 3rd Avenue. Sometime I'd go to the Port Authority.
What was Times Square like back in those days?
What Times Square
Was it
was
as
a war
wild as
zone.
was it as wild as everyone says it was?
It was a war zone. You know, everybody trying to get a dollar. You know, at one time you couldn't get through Times Square without getting either a pickpocketed or a prostitute grabbing you, or, you know, they used to wait for the sailors to get off the boat, and tourists to come in. Times Square was something else.
And what was the most you ever made from a single lift?
About 2,200.
200, one
Yeah.
go. Man or a woman?
That was a woman, and that was going through Macy's.
Do you think there's still hustlers out there in New York?
It's not like it used to be.
So even Sherman's gone straight. Too many cops, credit cards, and not enough cash. He gives me the number for a crew working over in Brooklyn.
How about tomorrow?
Let's see. Let's play it out. The city's on red alert, so that's kind of damaging.
Even with Sherman's introduction, they seem a bit uneasy about meeting with me. The 3 strikes and you're out zero tolerance policy has had an impact. My job is going to be tough. Where are all the double dealers?
I'm going to head down to Canal Street, where there's loads of shops. Tourists go there to buy souvenirs and that kind of thing. See if I can find any scams down there that are a little bit juicy.
New York has a great reputation for shopping. It's home to famous department stores like Bloomingdale's and Macy's. But like millions of tourists, I'm looking for a bargain, which means I'm heading to Canal Street. It's a great place to pick up a present for my girlfriend, a bag, maybe some perfume.
Which one?
We're looking for some Chanel number 5. But...
Yeah, I do have.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Want
it.
to see?
Yeah, please.
Stay here 1 second.
Okay. Oh, cool. How much is it?
It's 45, sir.
45?
It's a big bottle.
Big bottle. Is it real?
Yeah, of course, the OD perfumes, you see.
$45 is just over a third of the retail price.
Can you not open and let me have a sniff? You say it's real?
Of course, this is real.
Yeah.
This is strong.
Yeah.
You like the mademoiselle is very a little bit musky like that. You know?
Smells like the real thing.
So, what's your best price?
Give me 35, okay?
20. 20 bucks.
25 is okay.
25? 25 bucks.
Same one you only buy in the store. Same perfume.
Same one that I would buy in Macy's?
Yeah, same thing.
Cool, man.
25 bucks is almost too good to be true. When something feels too good to be true, it usually means it isn't. But with every second shop along Canal Street selling cheap perfume, there must be a lot of wide-eyed tourists who at least believe they're getting a bargain. Another tourist hotspot is Central Park. Today it's full of people out for a stroll, riding bikes and hiring pedicabs.
You are alone, I charge you $70.
$70, okay.
Yeah.
Within moments of my arrival, I'm getting the hard sell.
Where are you going
Thanks.
now?
Thanks. I'm going to think about it.
I am giving you good price.
You are?
I don't want to lose you. I charge you $60. 1 hour long and 3 stops.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Just as I get rid of one guy, another one's on my case.
You pay 75. There's no tax.
Right, $75 for 1 hour.
For maybe more. You don't. I'm not gonna give you a time limit or a stop limit.
Okay.
Second reason, I also stopped by John Lennon's house.
Okay. Is he in?
Yeah.
Is he in?
Is John Lennon?
Yeah.
John
This is my guy.
John Lennon is not home since.
No?
Come back to me, man.
I'm just talking to this guy. He just.
Thank you.
Oh, you switching
John
now?
Lennon.
Huh?
John
You
Lennon.
switching?
Well, I'm looking for the best price, aren't I? What's the problem?
How much is best
Hey,
price?
listen.
I
It's
talk
all,
to this
Guys, before you.
So what? Don't make me angry.
Is it what's the?
That's okay. He doesn't do erections. He's not even.
He offered me $60 for a
pedicab.
For a pedicab, yeah.
Look, I tell you something. Only few people licensed to give tour in the park.
So you licensed?
Yes.
Can I see your license?
I don't have my license on me.
Oh, you don't have it on you? All right.
Some people tell you like, oh, it's this building, Madonna lived there. It's not really.
Really?
Some people are
People will lie to you?
That's the whole time. I'll give you 65.
On the other side of the street, I notice an official-looking guy with a clipboard and a badge watching what's going on. Is he monitoring the touts?
He's not a pedicab driver.
He's not?
No, he's not a pedicab driver.
So he's just like a tout that is the go-between, and he takes a commission?
And he takes the commission.
So really you should have one of these to even approach a tourist?
Absolutely, that's called solicitor, basically what he's doing. He just works with other people. He's like a middleman in a case, so to speak.
He offered me 65.
He'll make a cut from that 65. A few years ago, it wasn't even like this. It was all just pedicab drivers hustling for their own.
The scammers here are the unlicensed touts. They charge you an extra $25 for walking you 20 meters to the bikes. The insistent one is back over near the subway exit.
Now here's the guy, yeah.
Yeah. What you did? You ran?
No, I'm waiting. I'm going to meet my friend. I was a bit worried earlier because you guys, I thought you were going to have a fight.
You started. You're supposed not. When people talk to it, they may have my gun.
I'm just shopping around, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You have a right to do that. You want to take the pedicab?
Oh man, I don't want to start a fight with anybody.
No. So you want it?
I think I'm going to go with the guy because I kind of said I would now.
Well, how much he charge?
Same as you.
Same as me. Why you don't take it from me?
Sorry, I took because I kind of.
You got your friend?
Yeah.
Forget about him.
No, he doesn't like me anymore.
Forget about him.
Yeah.
The second tout delivers me to his rider a bit further into the park.
But the thing is, if the police catch you, you got a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's gonna cost you $200.
But the police are out in force today, so only the licensed drivers are working.
At Essex House, penthouse, belong to Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Essex House.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt lives up there.
Yeah.
Wait, Brad. Brad.
Lenny Kravitz stays right there. Latoya Jackson. You can see the building with the red roof. Woody Allen, Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Richard Gere. Only rocks are natural.
So what was here before? Just rocks?
The other part was a swamp.
A swamp with rocks?
Yeah.
A rocky swamp. How do you know all this stuff? Is there a school that you go to learn all this?
You go to school, you say you want to learn about Central Park.
Really? About Central Park?
Yeah. Or you can buy the books.
And do you think you know stuff that other guys don't know?
I know what I know, but what they know, I don't know.
Well, there's no turf war going on here. All the scammers are freelancers, and anyone's free to have a go. It's hardly the gangs of New York. I know a bargain when I see one, but that perfume I bought on Canal Street must have a story behind it. The shopkeeper insisted it was real, but I have my doubts. With Steve, the cameraman, I'm going back to pose as a commercial buyer. I want to see if I can talk them into admitting the stuff is fake, and maybe even find out where they get it from.
Can you do an order? If I give you like a particular brand, would you be able to see if you can find it?
How many?
Maybe 10?
10 piece?
Yeah.
When?
Huh?
When you need? Today?
Why? When? Yeah, today if possible. I'm here for a couple of days, so. But it's a Tom Ford, but it's not this one. It's I'll write it down for you if you like.
You want now?
It's not Black Orchid. It's not Black Orchid. It's called Noir de Noir.
While the runner goes off to check the stockroom, the manager appears and gets on the phone to his distributor. He takes his business card out of his pocket, which gives me an idea. Now I've got the number of a distributor and his address.
It's interesting that all those guys are selling designer perfumes on Canal Street, and they all say the same thing. It's real, look, it's sealed, it's the same one you buy in Macy's. But what I did was I asked them for a brand that I know would be quite difficult to get hold of, and then they started calling their distributors. And what I did was take a cheeky little photograph of the business card on my phone.
The booths and shops on Canal Street that sell scent are pretty small, and I've noticed they're constantly serviced by runners. Very little stock seems to be kept on the premises. I found the address on the card I photographed behind the guy's back, and it's led me to the garment district. The shop is well stocked, and if he's supplying Canal Street, then somebody must be supplying him.
I got your number from a guy down at Canal Street I was talking to, because I want to buy a quantity of a couple of fragrances.
No problem.
So what I'm wondering is it possible, can you get some made for me?
Who made the something? No.
I mean, can you reverse engineer these? The guys down on Canal, because
you called me, sure.
He called, that's what he said, but he said they can't do it. But you supply them, right?
But not those items, we don't carry, but I can look for you anyway.
Can you?
Yeah.
And what if it's not something anyone carries? Can we, is it possible that someone here in New York could make it for me?
I don't think so. It's very hard to get, but still I'm looking for you. Keep the card, call me tomorrow, okay? For this one.
Okay.
Let me see if I get it some for you.
And if you can't get it, is there somewhere else I can try? This is a difficult one to get hold of, but I mean, I imagine, you know, if you're making all these other ones, you can make that one, can't you?
No, we don't make the cologne. The Trumport, they made it, but we don't make it.
This guy insists he doesn't make the scent, and he's not giving anything away about where the other stuff is coming from.
He's a bigger version of the guys on Canal Street. He's supplying them, you know, they're just another outlet. The tough nut to crack is getting to the guys that supply him.
I still need to find the big suppliers. Around the corner I quiz a guy called Lloyd. He's on the street selling perfume. I want to know where he's getting it from.
What is it in the shops?
Macy, they cost like $58.99 plus tax.
They're not real though, are they?
Oh yeah, they're real.
They're real. Come on.
It's two different types. They're good. I'll sell them for less, more, you know what I mean? Sometimes 20, whatever I get.
Go on, you can tell me, what do you buy them for?
About $5 each.
$5 each. Where'd you get these from?
Well, I get it from some people to promote.
Where's that?
Downtown.
This perfume seems to be everywhere I go, and everyone, including Lloyd, insists it's real. Lloyd's tip leads me to a distributor's office on the 14th floor of a building off 5th Avenue, in the shadow of the Empire State.
There's no perfume company there. There's no perfume company there. Acupuncture. No perfume.
I go around the entire floor looking for the distributors, but there isn't a whiff of dodgy scent.
There's at least half a dozen other perfume companies in that building, but there's no one on the 14th floor, so it looks like I've drawn a blank. This might be a bit harder than I thought.
For now, the perfume trail's gone cold, but after 2 days of chasing them, I finally made a breakthrough with the Pickpockets. They've agreed to meet. I'm heading to a bar in Brooklyn, where the pickpocketing gang are waiting to meet me. They want to check me out and explain how they operate. They're very nervous. For repeat offences, pickpockets here can get 4 years in jail. So far, they've proved very elusive, and I'm not sure if they'll let me into their world.
I need for you guys to understand what this is really about. It's not just about taking money. It's about kind of like speaking against the system, because the system has ignored us. So now we're speaking against, and it has to be heard. So tourism in America grosses a lot of money, you know. And since the whole gist of it is, why should people come here and have a good time when the people that lives here doesn't have a good time?
So that's a very interesting perspective.
The tourist is not going to stay around long enough to press charges. You know, to press charges is lengthy. You know, and most tourists, they don't have the money to stay in New York for months at a time. You know, and to come back and forth for court dates. So that's one of the advantages.
Usually, tourists don't want to press charges because they don't want to stay around for it. They want to go home.
Right.
No charges, and you go home as well.
So you stay away from Americans?
It depends.
Depends on what America you're talking about.
Okay.
Black America, yeah.
Only the wealthy.
Only the wealthy, that's it.
Right.
Robin Hood, that's what it is.
You like Robin Hood?
Modern day.
Modern day Robin Hood.
It's about taking from those that can be taken from. So that's basically the whole gist of it.
Wow, okay.
Political pickpockets, they say. Robin Hoods. Stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Themselves, presumably. They certainly talk a good game. And we've arranged to meet again tomorrow. Everywhere you go on Manhattan Island, you see the Empire State Building. It's the jewel in New York's crown. On the approach to the great building, there are loads of tourists eager to see the unparalleled view from the top, along with a load of guys in brightly coloured jackets. Could they be security?
Empire State, guys, we going up?
What's the quickest way up?
Our quickest way up is fast track.
Yeah.
That is 49 plus tax. You get a view on the 86th floor. Standard, you go in, you wait in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines.
Yeah.
Fast track, we bring you in through security. You bypass 4 of the 5 lines. With that, you get the view, the museum, the sky ride.
Okay. This guy isn't security. He's flogging me a ticket.
Okay, I mean, all I'm interested in is the quickest way to the top.
49 plus tax.
That's definitely you. You're quicker than going in the official way.
Sir. We escort you in the building.
Okay, and how much is the tax then? What's the actual full price?
On adult, it'll be 57.
$57 for a sky ride ticket. They're a separate company with their own route to the top of the building.
So there's 2 entrances to the Empire State Building. There's the official entrance, and then there's the entrance to which I've just bought a ticket. It costs a little bit more, but they say that will get you up in 15 minutes, as opposed to more than an hour. So my producer, Chris, and I are going to have a little race.
So I go up through the official entrance with my official express ticket.
$10 cheaper. The one outside.
Chris goes in through the Skyride entrance with the so-called fast track ticket, and within 20 yards, he's waiting in line. While the customers with the expensive Skyride tickets wait downstairs for the lift, I'm in like Flynn and up to the 80th floor. The Skyride line with Chris in it waits, while the official ticket holders swan by. And the view of New York is stunning. I thoroughly recommend it. I wonder how Chris is getting on.
Okay, so by my reckoning, that took exactly 19 minutes from the bottom to the top. To get back down. In total, to get up, take some pictures and get back down, that ticket allowed me to do that in half an hour. I think I might be waiting a while for Chris.
In all, it takes 2 hours for Chris to go up and come back down, which gives me enough time to make a couple of calls and set up a meeting with a contact in Chinatown. Everybody keeps saying the perfume I bought is real, but I need a second opinion. I set up a meeting with a former perfume counterfeiter who I meet on a back street in Chinatown. He wants to remain anonymous.
Nice to meet me.
Yeah, real thing, he said. Exactly the same as you would buy in Macy's, he said.
Well, right off the bat, I'll tell you that this does not look authentic. You can tell by the lines here. Normally, the companies, they spend a lot of time trying to get the package to look absolutely pristine. And this right here, it doesn't look like that. It looks cheap right off the bat. So
yeah, I mean, I'll show you the bottle. There's something, when I looked at the bottle, it kind of was a warning sign for me. Well, I mean, just even
yeah, look at the small details. I mean, this doesn't even line up. No way. I wouldn't even want to spray this on myself or give this to someone as a gift. Who knows what's in it?
I mean, where is this, ultimately, where is all this stuff coming from?
Most of it comes from China, specifically southern China, like Guangzhou.
So the Bangladeshi guys are the sort of middlemen, they're the front men for the sales.
Right, absolutely.
And the Chinese guys,
yes,
are pulling the strings behind.
That's correct.
My perfume contact seems sure that the perfume is fake, but to prove it, I'll need to get into the trade. First, I'll have to find a willing distributor, and then I'll have to set up a deal. I'm back in the garment district, and I'm going to pull a new tactic. If I ask for a very large amount of Chanel, maybe they'll agree to sell it to me.
So this was how many? 3,000 these?
2,000.
2,000? Okay, I'm gonna check with him. You know, we don't do the, you know, fake. Original. Only original.
Yeah, original, but...
These guys are stonewalling me. I may have to completely rethink my tactics or drop the perfume scam altogether.
That?
Save your money. Go to the warehouse. What you looking for? Perfume?
Yeah, I'm looking for this one.
Maybe they don't have it.
Which warehouse?
But they have all of their name. That's where those people, they buy the perfume.
Where is it?
Anyone you paid $15. Gucci, Prada, Burberry, all kind of name.
Where?
The perfume, but I don't know if they have this.
But I can ask them, can I? Where's the warehouse?
You want a liquid?
Yeah.
How did this guy know I was having trouble getting to the suppliers? Was he following me? If they know I've been recording them, I'll be in trouble. But if I break out now, I'll blow my chances. Wired up, following a complete stranger who I just met on the streets of New York to do a dodgy perfume deal is probably not the smartest thing to do.
Hey, how are you, my friend? Good, nice to meet you. So this guy said you might be able to help me. I'm looking for that.
No idea.
And if I want to buy number 5, Chanel number 5?
Chanel number 5, right?
Chanel number 5.
Yeah, no, this for shipping, this not for sale. I don't have selling quantity.
It doesn't have to be today.
Okay.
I can order this.
Yeah, then I have to find out, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you order me, then I can write it down in the paper and I can go look for.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
But this...
It's all going smoothly, then suddenly he doesn't want to take my order.
Those two places, I know they carry big quantity. You can talk to them.
Let me write down my number for the...
Give him the number. He's actually going to deal with you. Since you came with him, you know. Yeah. He's actually going to deal with you.
He's going to deal with me for 2,000 bottles of perfume.
Trust me.
You met him first, so he's actually...
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine, but I'm going to buy 2,000 bottles of perfume, and I'm going to buy it directly from the guy. If you don't want the business, that's fine. Okay.
So the distributor won't get me 2,000 units, and he's palmed me off to a guy from the street. It doesn't make sense.
Only in America.
My new broker, who I met on the street, is a Haitian who I'll call George.
If you pay me, I'll help you with this.
How much do I have to pay?
Trust me, if you pay me, I'll help you with it.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to pay.
That's my job, that's what I'm doing.
I understand that, man. I appreciate that. I'm happy to pay you a commission if I do a deal. That's no problem. But I have to find what I'm looking for, you understand?
You can be working for the company. They don't know you. They're not going to trust you. I tell you the truth, how it's running.
Yeah.
The channel, you take my number. Anytime you're ready, even you need 5,000, 10,000, even right now, you need 5,000, I can give you 5,000 channel.
You can get it.
You want it right now, I can get you that right now.
Okay, you get me a price right now, 2,000 bottles of Chanel No. 5.
I do $15 a piece.
15's too much.
Too much? How much?
$5 a piece.
No, I'm not going to get it for $5. You're not going to get it for $5.
No, you're going to get it for $5.
No,
what are you going to get?
I'm going to get it more than that.
What are you going to get it for?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm going to get it for $10. I'm honest with you. You want it now, I'll give you 5,000 now.
I want 2,000. You're going to get it for $10 and you want to make how much out of me?
5.
You
give me 13.
I'll give you 11. You make two grand like that.
All right, 11. Okay, you ready now?
For 2,000 units.
You said,
$11 a piece.
Are you ready now?
I'm ready.
You got the money for it?
I haven't got the money on me, but no, I'm ready. I'm not going to walk around here with 20 grand on me. No.
Yeah, so what
I got 20 grand in my hotel. It's fine.
What I want
cash.
So how many pieces you need?
2,000. Chanel No. 5.
I'm standing on a street corner agreeing to a $22,000 perfume deal with a complete stranger. If I pull this off, I'll be in the illicit perfume trade. But why did he agree to this so readily? And if it happens here all the time, are the streets of New York really so clean?
Don't make me work for nothing if you know you don't need it. Now, do you understand?
Why am I here?
Okay, all right.
Well, saying that I wanted to buy 2,000 bottles of an expensive perfume, so I've left it with him because he says people trust him. He's going to see if he can find 2,000 units. We've agreed a price of $11, clearly counterfeit, and he's going to call me back. I say I'm a bit nervous about turning up to meet a guy with $22,000 in my pocket, though.
While I'm waiting for news from my perfume broker, I've got time for a rendezvous with the Pickpocket gang. Yesterday after the meeting, I wasn't sure if I'd see them again, but they've called to arrange a meeting in a bar in Brooklyn, and I'm heading over there. They're going to give me a demonstration of their pickpocketing techniques. I agree on the basis that any money they steal, they give back. Before we meet them, we get rigged up.
1, 2, 3, 4 guys over there who are ready to go into the bar and do a lift from someone's bag once they see the right victim. We're going in as a crew, so as soon as something gets stolen, we're going to see it.
We know the lookout and the security guard are already there, but the pickpocket will come in later. One of the pickpockets befriends a woman at the bar. He's there to distract her attention. Her bag is hanging over the seat behind her. After half an hour of waiting and knowing what's about to happen, the gang turn up. They've chosen this bar because it's so dark. The main pickpocket, known as the Dipper, and his accomplice wait at the back. Our mics pick up their chat.
She's at the end of the bar. We'll just go on both sides of her and order drinks.
The bar is busy and the customers carry on oblivious. The woman remains distracted, and when the moment is right, the dipper strikes in the dark. In a split second, her wallet is his. Instantly, the gang leave. Round the corner, they hand the bag back to us and disappear into the night. After filming, we contacted the woman in the bar and made sure she got her money back.
Well, it seems in New York you're always being watched. You know, even sitting in a bar like that one, you leave your bag over the back of your chair, you get distracted by the person talking next to you, and your wallet is gone all too easily.
While most people are enjoying a normal morning in Manhattan, I've got a possibly dangerous deal to complete. But my Haitian broker appears to have gone to ground.
Hey, Breezy. Nice.
See you again. How's it
Yeah,
going?
you too, man. Thanks for coming down. I've been encountering various scams in New York. One that kind of found me, really, was selling perfume, saying it's kind of real perfume when in fact it's fake perfume. I told people that I was looking for 2,000 bottles of Chanel No. 5.
Okay.
My concern is that that's a lot of money. It's 22 grand. And am I going to turn up and meet this guy again with 22 grand in my pocket?
This is New York, you know, be careful. Like, they're looking for anyone that seems eager. You want to make it back across the water. You know, be careful where you're going and who you're allowing to know, you know, I have this much money on me and I want this perfume, and you can't really trust everybody like that, you know.
Even if I turn up without the money, the fact that he's expecting me to have the money, or even there's a possibility that I have the money.
That he shows up with the actual merchandise and then you're looking like a little more than, you know, unprepared. Leave that one alone. Take my word on that one.
What's the worst that can happen, Breezy?
You don't want to end up floating in the East River or bumping into anybody's boat and we're wondering, you know,
who's that dude?
Who's that guy there?
Leave that one alone. Maybe Breezy has a point. Sleeping with the fishes in the East River is not exactly how I saw my future. But I've come too far to let it go. There's a man waiting for me with $22,000 worth of fake Chanel No. 5. After a restless night, dreaming about boats on the East River, I decide to take a chance. I have to know whether he's come up with the goods and to see if he can take me further along this fake perfume trail.
I know Breezy said to stay clear of these guys, but they're the only people that I know who are going to give me the lowdown on what's going on in this counterfeit perfume industry. So I'm going to go back and talk to him one more time.
It's business as usual this morning down in the garment district, but my guy won't return my calls. Does he have cold feet too? Or is he working out an angle on how to rip me off? He's nowhere to be seen, but the lookouts and the runners are.
Sorry, mate, there's a guy. He usually hangs around here. Yeah. You know the guy I mean? The tall guy?
Yeah, he's around.
It won't be long before they spot what we're doing. I can't hang around for too long. Then from nowhere, just like before, he appears.
Hey, my friend. Hey. How are you? Remember me? You never called me.
Anybody you coming and talking about 1,500, they're not gonna believe you.
Yeah. No, I don't work for the company, and I don't work for the police.
I know,
I don't work for anything else.
I know.
Do you know what I do? I make TV shows.
From his reaction, that's not what he expected to hear.
First of all, when I see you say you're gonna buy. When you get over there, you change the subject. Me, I come here to hustle. You know, I don't have time to waste.
Okay, listen, I don't want to waste your time. You want to come and get off the street? You want to come talk to me?
I can't do it here.
You can't
do
it
here. I
here.
will get killed.
Yeah, okay.
We decide to move away from the lookouts to somewhere much more discreet. I'm not sure how much he'll give away. He'll take some persuading to come clean.
Listen, if I ask you anything that you're not comfortable, you want to say, I can't tell you that, that's fine. Just say, I can't tell you that.
On the way, he goes to grab a drink. He's clearly terrified.
He's really, really nervous about talking to me. He says everyone here is watching everybody else. And so we're going to go round the corner and he's going to explain to me a little bit more about what's going on here in the counterfeit perfume industry.
Finally, we settle outside a police station where my Haitian friend feels more comfortable.
Who is it you're scared of? You didn't want to talk over there?
What do you mean?
I'm just wondering, who is it that you're scared of? Which people are you scared of?
The agent from the perfume, you know, sometimes there are the people outside.
And is it always fake perfume?
They're not agent, no.
Right, and where does it come from?
From the Chinese people, you know.
And where do the deliveries come in?
Yeah, to the people over there.
Like big quantities?
Yes.
What sort of price do you think they're buying them in for?
They sell it like $10, $12. Maybe they buy it for maybe $4 because they have to double the money. Whatever perfume you see here, they're all fake. It's nothing original here.
All of it is fake?
All of them is fake.
All imported from China?
Whatever perfume you see there on Broadway, they all is fake. For me, it's very dangerous. My life is online. What I do now, they know they kill me. They will kill me.
So I guess our deal is off. But I have my answer. This is a massive scam, and it could be way too dangerous to go deeper into on my own. It's all been a shock for my contacts. When I started looking for scams in New York, I thought maybe the Big Apple had cleaned up. But while some of the tourist scams are fairly harmless, others are operating on a commercial scale. Who knew that the average tourist on the hunt for a bargain would be 2 degrees of separation from crime? New York still has its gangs, but they're a lot harder to find.